In this presentation, we are going to discuss about full adders. So, full adders are nothing but combination logic circuits. Know what is a combination logic circuit? We have an input and that will be processed into an output, right? So, full adder falls into such category of combination logic circuits. So, full adders have, I'll just write it here, the configuration of full adders here, right? So, full adders have inputs. So, how many inputs? They have 3 inputs, right? And the half adders have 2 inputs. So, we can mention the inputs as A, and next one can be B, and the next one can be carry in, right? So, we have one more input, carry in the case of full adders. In the case of half adders, you have only A and B, right? And they have 2 outputs, right? So the outputs can be sum and carry out, right? These are the 2 outputs of a full adder. So why do we need 3 inputs and 2 outputs, right? So if you add 3 bits, right, the half adders can add 2 bits and give 2 outputs on the output side, but the full adders we can add 3 bits, right? So if you are adding 3 bits, that becomes a full addition, right? So you need to mention the number 3 using 3 bits. So that is why you need 3 bits, and 2 bits in the output will be helpful to display the output properly. That is why, right? So the symbol for the full adder looks like this. The symbol, this is more like the symbol of a half adder. You can draw a block like this, and so you can add the inputs, input A, and can put the input B, and there also can be, you have the freedom to add this carry in, the third input bit, right? So this is the sum and this is the carry, the next one, right? So as far as the half adders are concerned, there is no carry in. So we have 3 input bits, right? So A and B can be added and that can be given to the carry in, right? The carry in can be taking the bit further, that is why. The sum here in the output side represents the least significant bit. For example, if you are in 2 ones, 1 plus 1, right, 0 will be the sum and 1 will be the carry that is taken to the next digit, right? So the answer is 1 0. So here the 0 stands for the sum and 1 stands for the carry. So sum in any adder, half adder or full adder, it gives you the least significant bit, right? Now using the sum and you can carry, we can form a truth table for this full adder circuit, right, using the 3 inputs A, B and Cn, right? So we can form the truth table, and from the truth table we are going to derive the operation, right? So the truth table of the full adder goes like this. So you have 3 input bits. What are the bits? A, B and Cn, right? Cn is nothing but a carry. Let's change the color so that people can see that. And A, B and Cn, carry in, right? So that will carry the bit to the next level. So this is sum. The last one is nothing but the carry, right? The carry. So here you can see this, girls. I'll just change the color. So we have 3 inputs, 3 variables in the input side. So the possible combination of zeros and ones is nothing but 8, right? So I can fill up the table from 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0, right? So this is 5, right? Last one is 6 1 1 0, and the last one is 1 1 1, right? So this is the input combination, right? So in the beginning you can see all of them are zeros, so there is no sum and there is no carry, right? So the next day, as you can see, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, the sum is 1, there is no carry, right? So the same thing follows for 0 1 0 also. So 0 plus 1 is 1 and 1 plus 1 is 1. So 1 0, sum is 1, carry is 0. But you can say the fourth stage, 0 plus 1 is 1 and 1 plus 1 is 0 1, right? 0 in the sum and 1 in the carry, right? So 0 plus 1, so I can see this 0 plus 1 is 1 and 1 plus 1 is 0, then sum is 0, the carry is 1, so that 1 is propagating to the most significant bit. So sum is 0 and the carry is 1, right? So please follow this during the entire truth table. And this here for the fifth stage, it is sum is 1 and the carry is 0, right? So 1 0 1 is nothing but 0 1 and 1 1 0 is same thing, 0 1, and if all of them are ones, right, the sum is also 1, the carry is also 1, right? That is in the last stage. So I'll just erase this for your convenience, so you can understand, can analyze the truth table. I don't want to keep any disturbance for you, right? So as far as is carry, right? So as far as this truth table is concerned, you can see this. The truth table sees the sum and carry as digits, right? I'll just write it here, right? So A, B, C, and sum and carry, they are considered to be digits, right? So as far as the expression, the logical expression is concerned, we consider all of them in the truth table as Boolean functions, right? So Boolean functions. So using Boolean functions, you can design a logic circuit, right? So you should not consider them as digits, you should be considering them as Boolean functions, right? So if you want to derive a circuit, you need an equation, right? So we need equations for sum and we need equations for carry. For that purpose, we can use K-maps, right? You can use K-maps for sum and carry individually, right? So you can use K-maps, and from the K-maps you can express, derive an expression for both sum and carry. Let's see how we can do this, and with this expression we can derive a logic circuit, right? So now we can derive um, expression for sum, right? So this is the truth table. I just copied this and pasted here, right? The K-map for sum. I'll just write it here, the K-map for sum. K-map for sum here that you can write. So this is a three variable expression. We have A, B and C in, right? I have written it as C. So this K-map has 8 cells by default. Now let's see how we can fill this K-map. We can look at this truth table, right? This TT truth table, right? So just watch, since we are drawing the K-map for sum, right? Just go for the places where the sum is equal to 1 or where the sum is getting high values, right? These 2 points you can see sum is getting high values, and below there is a point where sum is getting high value, right? And there is the last one where the sum is getting high value. We will highlight that also. We will highlight that also, right? So these are the 4 points where you are getting that sum is equal to high, right? So wherever, if you take the first point 0 0 1, A is 0, B is 0 and C is equal to 1, so we can put 1 in the truth table. And the next point is 1 0 1 0, right? Where is 0 1 0? It is there in the last, we can put 1 here, and 1 0 0, and everyone is 1 1 1 1, right? We can fill up the truth table like this based on the truth, fill up the K-map based on the truth table, and these are the possible combinations of groups we have. Now if we have a group in the diagonal form, right? If we have a group in the diagonal form, you can come to the conclusion that the sum is nothing but, right, this is the form that indicates that XOR operation. So it means that A is XORed with B XOR C, right? A XOR with B XOR C, right? So you can make brackets for A XOR B XOR C, right? Associative law, right? So A plus B plus C, right? So that is what is happening here. The truth table is filled using the K-map is filled using the truth table, right? So wherever you get sum is high, right, and sum is equal to 1, then you can put 1 in the the K map, right? Where equal to sum is sum, wherever you get sum is equal to 1, just go for the values for A, B and C, the truth table, match with the K map, right? So wherever the combinations are matching, you can fill it up with the 1, right? Now you can see the sum is getting high when there are odd number of ones available, right? So I have just written it in the bottom, right? So whenever you see that odd number of ones, right, that means XOR operation is happening. Now let's go for the K-map for the carry out, right? The carry out, it must have been written as carry out in the truth table. The carry out is also considered with 8 cell K-map, since the number of inputs is same for it also. Now we can go with the places where carry is high, right? The carry is high here. I'll just underline that. Carry is high in this point, and for the last 3 points, right, the carry is high. Now for the last 3 points and the one in the top, you just go for the combinations of A, B, C, right? Now you check with the K map and fill it, right? So 0, 1, 1 is there, and the next one is 1, 0, 1, and the next one is 1, 1, 0, and the last one is 1, 1, 1. These are the 4 places where the K is high. Now carry is high. Now we can fill the K map and we can start grouping. So the carry out is equal to, we can make 3 groups. This is the first group. I'll just change the color, please wait. This is the first group, and as far as the first group is concerned, it is BC according to K map rules, and this is the second group. Can form the group here. As far as this group is concerned, we have A in the beginning, right? What is the next one? It is C, because the value of B is changing. And this is the third group, and again it is A, and plus the value of B is not changing, so we can write B. Right. So this is the expression for carry out, right? So we have 2 expressions now. So one for the carry out and one for the sum. Sum is equal to A XOR B XOR C, right? So what is XOR? When there are odd number of ones in your input, then the output will be high. When there are even number of inputs in your even number of high values in your input, the output is going to be low, right? So that is what is about XOR gate. Now using these 2 expressions, we are going to draw the logic circuit, right? The sum logic circuit for sum, right? We can draw, we can make 2 XOR gates A, B, C using the 3 inputs. You can draw one like this. Take inputs from A, B, right? And connect it with an XOR gate. So XOR gate is like this. Can connect with A to this, and you can connect B to this, right? So output will be A XOR B, right? So since this is associative, we can make any kind of combinations you want. And the next one should be connected with C, and you need one more XOR gate for this. And if you connect C with this, right, you can take a lead from C, and you can connect this, and this is nothing but A XOR B XOR C, right? A XOR B XOR C. So that is equal to the sum. Right? So hope you understand this. So if you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. Now we can go with the logic circuit for the carry. I'll just go put it on the top, since there is no space available here in the blackboard, right? So I'll just put it on the top here. So please wait. Yeah, the logic circuit for carry out, right? The carry out is actually, so for carry out we need 1, 2, 3. We need 3 NAND gates. So this is for AB, right? So they are connected to an AND gate, and that AND gate goes like this. This is the output you get from for AB, right? And I'll just draw it neatly. Please wait. I'm not very good in drawing, but just a minute. I'm sorry. I hope it's fine. Now you can connect C with this. C is connected, and the next one is A is connected with this. Right, the output is going to be AC, and there is one more AND gate that is coming here in the bottom that connects B and C. So it connects B and it connects C and it connects B. Just change the color. I'll put it in the white color. Alright, so the output is going to be BC, right? So we need an OR gate so that you can connect all the three gates. So OR gate can be made here. So connect this, this and BC also. Right, so the output is nothing but carry out. So this is the expression for, the logic circuit for carry out, right? So this is how you draw logic circuits for uh, carry out and sum individually, right? So please comment below, and in the next video we'll start with how to build